Hello and welcome. Today I'll be doing a 2020 election prediction based on polling shifts from 2016 polling to results and transition that into the 2020 election. But before we get started, please go subscribe. We currently are at 358 subscribers. We broke our goal of 350. Now the new goal is to hit 400 by election day. Let's see if we could do that. We only have a week away, so go and subscribe and let's get started. So I've already filled in the safe and likely states for both Donald Trump and Joe Biden that are most certain to go to both candidates. The rest of the states are all toss-ups. I just put in, actually I forgot Maine should be likely. The rest of them are all toss-ups. Nevada, Arizona, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, New Hampshire, Maine second, and Nebraska second. So I have the 2016 election results. We're going to first look at the state of Florida. So currently polling shows Trump has a 0.4 lead over Joe Biden. At 2016, Trump averaged a 0.2 lead, and he won by an extra point than what he was polled at, so the state will go lean. Going into the state of Georgia, Trump won it by 5.1. Results in the average were 4.8. And he's currently up at 0.4, so he'd average a 0.7 victory over Joe Biden there. In North Carolina, Trump is behind. Biden leads 0.7 at the moment. Trump won by 3.7. He was polled at a 1 point, so shift to Trump 2.7, which would mean Trump would win the state by 2, so that's lean Trump. Going into Pennsylvania, polling has gone a lot closer. Biden only leads by 3.8. Trafalgar Insider Advantage as well as CNBC Change shows a close race there. The only polls that are on the older side are Quinnipiac, CNN, which both show an over 5-point victory for Joe Biden there, which is definitely not going to happen. Even if Joe Biden is going to win the election in a landslide, this state would be decided under 5 points. Even CNBC Change Research has Biden at only +2. Now in 2016, Clinton was up by 1.9. Trump won it by 0.7. That's a 2.6 shift, so that goes into the 2.6. That'd be a lean column. Going into Ohio, Trump currently leads by 0.6. In 2016, led by 3.1, won by 8.1. There's a 5.6 shift. So that would be a 6.2 victory, which mean a likely column for Trump. In Michigan, Biden currently has an average 9-point lead. In 2016, Clinton averaged a 3.4 lead. Trump won it by 0.3, so that is a 3.7 swing, which would mean a victory of 5.3 points. So likely column for Michigan for Joe Biden. Wisconsin, Clinton led an average 6.5. Trump won it by 0.7. That is a 7.2 swing. That would mean a Trump victory in the lean column by about a little over a point. Going into Minnesota, a state that wasn't too much in play but was close in the final results. If we were to just average the last two polls, which were the most recent, that'd be a Clinton +9. It got down to a 1.5, so that is a 7.5 shift. In the current state, it has a Biden +6. That would mean a Trump 1.5 victory, which is very strange. Trump winning Minnesota but losing Pennsylvania. and Michigan in a likely margin. Going into Iowa, Biden currently averages a 1.4 lead. Trump averaged a 3 lead and ended up with a 6.5 shift. So if we shift that by 6.5, that would mean a 5.1 victory, which would be in the likely column. Trump only needs 3 more electoral votes to win re-election. Going into Arizona, Biden currently leads by 2.4. In 2016, Trump averaged a 4-point lead in the polling, but won the state by 3.5, so that's a 0.5 shift. So a 2.9% victory for Joe Biden, so lean column for Joe Biden. Going into Nevada, Biden's lead is 4.6. It has narrowed slightly recently, but in 2016, not Washington, Trump averaged a 0.8 lead, so that is a 3.2 shift towards Biden, or a likely column of about a 7-point victory. Biden at 265, Trump 267. Going into Maine second, Trump averages a 0.3 lead. In 2016, Trump averaged a 0.5 lead and won by 10.4, so he'd roughly win the state by 10.2 this time. In New Hampshire, Biden averages about a 10-point lead, 8-point lead currently, and in 2016, Clinton won by 0.3, polled to average 0.6, so that's about the same margin in the likely column. So now it comes down to Nebraska second, a area where Trump actually had a rally today in. Currently, Biden, there's only been one poll out. Biden leads by 7 points. In 2016, Trump averaged a 9-point lead, there was only one poll here as well, and Trump won by 2.2. So I'm going to lean to Biden. There hasn't been too many polls out, but if the current poll shows that Biden plus 7, and the previous poll, even though it's from Emerson, which is a lot different pollster, and it was around the same date of time, it shows a Biden victory there. I don't think it's going to be by 7. It's probably going to be between a 4-point victory. So currently, if we were to shift polls, it would give Biden a 270 to Trump 268. This is not what I would predict, but there's a lot of polling shifts that I do agree with, such as Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, and I would say Georgia in a way. I think it's going to be a bigger shift than just a tilt margin. I don't think it's going to be decided by less than a percentage point. It's probably going to be won by 2 to 4 points by Trump. Arizona, I don't think is also going to be won by bigger than probably 2 points either way if Trump wins or Biden wins in the state. But this is what would happen if polls shifted from how they did in 2016, surprisingly giving Trump Minnesota, Wisconsin, but not giving Trump Michigan and Pennsylvania. Thank you for watching. Please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.